Today we're going to be discussing our opening sequences of the film Up, The Dark Knight, Born Supremacy, Forrest Gump, Legally Blonde and Seven. In all the opening sequences we have watched, we notice they all have the same functions, which included company credits, title credits, character, plot and location, which all work together to portray the characters' individual personalities. Instrumental soundtrack is playing throughout as the white feather is falling. The feather represents the character's journey throughout the film, and as the feather lands, it resembles his death. The opening sequence is slow, which mimics the protagonist's personality as gentle and calm, as reflected by the piece of music in the background. Mise-en-scène is portrayed by the feather because it is pure and white, which reflects innocence and simplicity. Natural lighting is used, as they just use the brightness of the sun to light the scene. It is an outside location, so therefore creates verisimilitude because no special effects are added. This opening sequence includes an establishing shot of a location and a close-up of the main character, so his emotions can be seen through his facial expressions. The editing contained a panning shot which followed the movement of the feather. The use of this helps to add a slow pace of the opening sequence, and this aids the effect of the music.
The opening sequence shows Carl and Ellie's journey as a married couple. To reflect the era, the clip starts with some old music, which is an example of non-diegetic sound. This is followed by applause, which is an example of diegetic sound. It is full of colour both in the inside and outside locations. This shows the character's happiness as they have just got married. There is high-key lighting throughout the entire clip due to it being an animation film, which is targeted at young children. The editing is fast-paced as the flashback continues and the characters get older. As the characters age, the colour and the lighting become dark, dim and basic, to reflect Ellie dying and being less able to do the stuff that she used to. Mise-en-scène is used in the choice of setting because the small dark doctor's room represents her journey to death and that her life is coming to an end. It also shows that there isn't much hope because there's only a small window in the room to give light.
The lighting is low-key as it is trying to reflect the sinister mood of the clip. A variety of shots are used, such as low angle, two-shot, panning, high angle and mid-shot. These help to represent the character and show different locations and situations. The clowns were used to create a tense atmosphere. This was effective because many people have a fear of clowns, so would feel on edge watching it. There was no dialogue, mainly diegetic sound was used, such as doors opening, running and crashing of objects. There was also a soundtrack in the background, which sounded like a heart pounding. This helped to create intensity. A character had a clown mask in his hand to make the audience suspicious of why it was there. This is an example of mise-en-scène. The editing focused on following the characters around and showed the pace of their movement, which reflected their individual moods. The clip starts with non-diegetic sound as bangs and crashes are heard. These crescendo as the main titles appear. The editing moves very quickly as it represents short snippets of a flashback that happen all at the same time. This shows that it clearly unnerves the individual. The sounds of rain falling and thunder crashing show not only the severe conditions, but also reflect the stress that the character is under. Natural lighting is used to show that it is late at night. After the flashback, there is a sharp cut to a close-up of the main character breathing heavily. This is an example of diegetic sound. When the girl enters, over-the-shoulder shots and two shots are used to show what both of them are doing and feeling.
The clip starts with images being shown. The lighting is dim and there are sounds of breath and heartbeats in the background. The camera focuses on really specific things, such as books, fingerprints and nails, metal and unusual objects. It makes the audience feel uneasy and curious about what the film is about. There is a close-up shot of the pen writing, so the audience are still on edge as they haven't seen any of the characters yet. The soundtrack plays all the way through. It is a sharp, tense piece which reflects the images shown. The editing varies between fast and slow, which shows that some of the objects presented are more important than others. Strong colours are used, such as black, white, red and silver. These present an element of crime and rebellion. The background music crescendos as the clip progresses and the drum beat gets faster. There is a lyrical song playing throughout the clip, which informs the viewer that this is an important day for the character. The camera follows the protagonist getting ready and zooms in on objects she uses, such as hairbrush, nail varnish, and necklace. This shows the audience that the character is girly and is putting in a lot of effort for this particular occasion. These objects are all examples of mise-en-scène because they are items you would see in a stereotypical girl's room. The colour pink is prominent and the items shown are typically feminine. This shows a strong representation of the female gender as happy, bubbly, and bright. There is a high-angle shot of a plaque which informs the audience of the character's name and her reputation. There is an over-the-shoulder shot as the girl riding the bike arrives at the sorority house to deliver the card. This is to show the girl's reaction that the card has finally arrived. The camera pans around the character's bedroom, showing all her belongings, such as pictures of her dog, nail varnish, and very girly stationery.